So tell a little bit about your journey of like, there's some mindset pieces perhaps that we were talking about just with, what it would take to actually like take your coaching to that next step, take your journey to that next step, which even included just like maybe some tangible steps that you could just say, business coaching and life coaching here has really benefited you. What can you walk us through some of those?
So having someone there that really believes in you, it's not just having the right mindset, it's having the right environment. And this is something that I teach my clients, right? You need to be set up with people around you that support what you're trying to do, right? I mean, having a coach on your corner, like yourself, has made a massive difference because it's really brought something that I was incubating, but it wasn't a reality due to my busy schedule. So it really helped to accelerate my goals, my personal and professional goals. Mainly my professional, because I think we've just kind of spoken about my professional goals, and it's really enabled me to have more of a voice on this particular area. So yeah, highly recommend abundance coaching from that point of view. Just having someone that truly believes in you, that truly understands people, that is passionate about your goals, sometimes even more than yourself, and that's okay. And someone that's willing to kind of follow you through until you finish something, just is absolutely invaluable, especially in a world where we live that is full of distraction and we can be pulled in 1,000 different directions. And just having someone to help you just focus on something and then finish it and complete it really makes you feel, has made me feel quite accomplished and quite satisfied, quite happy, and at a core level. Especially with this message, I mean, Scott knows just how how important this is to me and important it is to the community. So just having someone to really help broadcast this, because it's like I said before, it's something that's just so important that the average person really should have learned at school, but they didn't for whatever reason. You see.
Yeah. And I resonate with what you're saying too, Tony, because, one of the things is that you had so many pieces together already before we started our coaching journey together, but you're the way that you actually were coachable and willing to just say, you know what, here's my ideas. Sometimes at the beginning, we just like did some data dumps. It's like, here's my ideas, right? But you're but having that angle so that you can help to just reframe some of those ideas and give some suggestions and, that talk therapy, even just to talk it through, you really valued that talking it through kind of aspect of it. And that helped to actually draw that gold, I believe, in you to actually get such a great achievement here in health rocket boosters is just amazing. And even your business rocket booster brand as well on the side for the business side of things.
Yeah, because that's the other side of what I do. A lot of my kind of more corporate clients, they want, productivity coaching, mindset coaching, and, corporate workshops based on those things, and, workplace culture. So I'll go in as a speaker and I'll run workshops. So it's been instrumental, because it's a nice compliment, because we can't be productive if we're not healthy. If we don't have the energy to be productive. So I've had to branch into this area and kind of really master it for myself before I can actually teach it to my clients, you see. And that's made a massive difference to them in business. Massive. And in their ability to be promoted at work, their ability to really connect with people better at work, for example. And obviously it flows into their personal life as well.
We're talking with an expert here. And speaking of stories of journeys, right? I'd love to know, to start off with, what is your story and what's your journey, Tony? And why is this such an important topic to you?
Look, my journey started years ago, probably, like you said, a good 12 years ago. And I was suffering from eczema on my hands. So I would go to work. I was bound to a desk, 5 days a week, 40 hours, 50 hours. So I wasn't really thinking about nutrition and getting sunlight and the things that we're about to talk about today.
Yeah.
So a lot of coffee and a lot of fast food, because in the IT industry, it's actually quite stressful. And so my health took a hit, and it actually manifested itself, first of all, with my energy levels, and then on my skin with eczema. So I had pervasive eczema, as I said, across my hands, and then it was going on my feet as well. And it was starting to get uncomfortable, starting to crack, and it was starting to bleed a little bit. And I started using Band-Aids. So I was getting very uncomfortable very quickly. And I knew I had to work pretty fast to get back on top of this. I had no idea why it was happening. I went to doctors and they were telling me it was genetic, as they do with most things. So that kind of started me off on a course to go to naturopaths, go to homeopaths, get some medical advice as well. I tried various cleanses and various diets, and I documented my results, and I just wasn't really getting any. I saw slight improvements, but 80% of it was still there. And so I was pretty frustrated for quite a while, as most people are on a similar path. So from that point of view, I started looking into alkalinity, and that's when the whole ball game changed. It really made a massive difference.
That's incredible. And we have a couple slides to actually share here a little bit about this journey as well. Let's start by sharing that actual image of your hand. Wow, look at that one, hey?
Yeah. So it was red. It was porous. I spent over $10,000 on treatments, and so it was getting really, really difficult to get on top of this. Yeah. So that spread to my other side, and look, once I was able to cure myself through the science of alkalinity, because I don't think this is a diet per se. I think more people need to be aware of this, so it becomes a lifestyle habit. Yeah. And not just something that they do every now and then. And it took me a good 6 to 8 months. I mean, skin disorders are actually quite one of the most stubborn that you can go out and try and cure. So it took a good 6 to 8 months of consistent effort, and then eventually got on top of it again.
Wow, man. So what is this thing, health coach? Like, what is that all about? What does that mean?
Well, health coaching, I guess, was born out of the need that generally people like-minded position like I was in a blue-collar environment or in a white-collar environment generally don't have time to make good nutritional choices and be held accountable to those choices with diet and exercise and all sort of thing. Most people kind of don't want to think a lot about it because they're so busy. So health coaching was born out of the need to do little weekly interventions. So you spend half an hour with a person, a health coach would, and just give them the information and the advice that they need at the right time. And that is enough to help someone make really fundamental changes. Just knowing that there's someone in their life that really cares about their health and cares about the results they're getting just makes all the difference in the world. And just even expanding people's mindset on what's actually possible, So that's why health coaching was born. And I'm a big believer. I mean, I've got a coach myself, as you might know him. And and I've had health coaches in the past because I had to learn from some of the best as well, who really, really pioneered this over the last 30 years. And they've made a tremendous difference. They've helped me do things that I just would not be able to do consistently. Because this is the whole, I guess, challenge. It's doing something consistently and for long enough to see a result. And that's what a health coach will help you do inevitably. And that's why I got into health coaching.